Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to give you a close look at my bookshelves because as you can see in the background, they have changed quite a lot since I last did videos regularly. One big change is that I have downsized my bookshelves from 4 to 2, and obviously I've gotten rid of lots of books and I've selected the books that I wanted to keep on to. So I thought I would take you on a tour on my shelves to let you know what the reasoning is behind the books I've decided to keep, and also to give you a view on my shelves as they are looking right now. First of all, here is an overview of my shelves. They look like this. I'm pretty happy about the neat look of not having too many books, not having too many shelves. I mean, I love the old look, but it was also kind of a pressure to have that many books. If I can find a photo of what it looked like back then, I will insert it here. But as I said, I'm pretty happy about the way things are now. My shelves have looked like this for about a year now, and I'm still so pleased about it. So, with that being said, let me give you a closer look at my bookshelves. So let's start with this very first shelf, and let's start from the top. I have dusted my shelves, but maybe you can't see that well. Up here I only have a few favorites, a few books I've already read and that I wanted to hold on to because I know I will reread them at some point. I've already reread this one. This is, by the way, The House of the Spirits by Elizabeth Allende. And yeah, books I want to reread at some point. My Owl, and this is just a box from this item, which, well, let me just do that now. This is a snow globe, but it's with glitter instead of snow. And it's got a cat on a stack of books in the middle of it. But let's continue with the next shelf. This one you recognize from my old bookshelves. This is my favorite one. It's all my classics, and I love how all of my 18 classics fit perfectly on the shelves. This is the Penguin Clothbound Classic editions, in case you are wondering. They're really, really pretty. They are a bit fragile to read. For instance, Northanger Abbey, you can see that the print is kind of rubbing off whenever you read the books. But besides from that, they are absolutely lovely. Down here I have no books besides from my Kindle, which I use once in a while, and my beautiful cats that say home, because bookshelves are my home. And down here I have my print that says From the Library of Helene Jefferson. Here I use this one for books I want to keep on to. I have my Eiffel Tower. I've also gotten 2 of these fake plants, which I kind of like the look of. They give my shelves some kind of comfortability. They look nice, I think. And here are a few more books. Some of these I've read, some of those I haven't. They're all tall paperbacks, and yeah, let me just show you. I have read this one and this one, but the rest I have to look forward to. Second to last shelf on this bookshelf is a random collection of books. Some of these I've read, some of them I haven't. Some of these are actually books I want to get rid of. For instance, this one. The Golden Notebook by Doris Lessing. I read it. I wasn't the biggest fan, but it was good enough. So, but then I have all of these books actually, which I haven't read yet. So take a look, pause the video if you want to, but I will continue now to my little cat purring here. And then my last shelf, which is just a random collection of cookbooks and photo albums. So that was my first bookshelf completed. Let's continue over here on the top shelf. We have once again a selection of books that I've already read and wanted to hold on to for a reread in the future, and also some new books. I will tell you, this one is obviously a favorite I had to hold on to. This one I've also read. I loved it. I read this one, haven't read, read, loved it, read twice, quite like it. And then some books I haven't read yet. Yes, I read On Writing, and I also really liked that one. And lo and behold, another cat. Down here we then have my beautiful snow globe, glitter globe, as I was showing you, another plant, my Harry Potter box of paperback editions, and two other favorites of mine, which I definitely recommend. So pause the video, write down these books. You might want to check them out and actually read them. Obviously, I had to hold on to my Russian vintage classics, which are so stunning that I'm never getting rid of these. I love the look of them, and I know myself, I love reading Russian classics, and I definitely see myself rereading them in the future. And then we have a few random books which I've also read and which are the same height. I love this aesthetic. Some bookmarks and a mark with with more cats. This is for Zeus, he likes to play with it, and this is just a small book on mindfulness. Down here we have some more books. Surprise, surprise. This is just a random collection of books I've read and books I haven't. I will say the books over here I have read, and I've loved all of them. These are examples of books that I know I'm going to want to keep for a few years at least yet. And also I definitely want to reread them at some point. And over here are more books that I've either read and just haven't gotten rid of yet, or I look forward to reading. I will keep this one, but for instance this one I've already read, but I wasn't the biggest fan, so I might get rid of this one at some point. Maybe I will find a friend who will appreciate it. And then we also have the Works of Shakespeare, which is a gift from my mother. It's from when she was a student. Down here I have more books. This is a book I started to read, and then the language is so dense, so that even though I find this to be very interesting, the story, it's just a little bit slow and way too dense to read. So I've only gotten about a fourth into it. It's actually called the original Victorian horror novel, the first one in that genre, so that's why I got it. And then over here we have some more books, most of which I haven't read yet. Actually this one, these two by Paul Auster and Siri Hustvedt are books that I've already read. They are signed by them, so that's why they are still part of my collection. And then down here we have my Danish original versions of Harry Potter, the ones I read when I was a child. And some more books which I've read, really loved. I can't really decide whether to keep on to them or get rid of them. I do really love them, but do I see myself rereading them in the future? I'm not sure yet. That was good exercise. I hope you liked this closer view of my shelves. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions whatsoever. But for now, I think that was it. It was pretty quick considering I don't have many books left compared to other years. I'm out of breath. I will leave it at this. Thank you so much for watching and happy reading.